Hey, how's everybody doing? Nicole here with Wine Expressions. I've been asked from several of my friends to share some of my recipes because I pretty much grew up in restaurants and that's where I developed my love affair with food and wine. Tonight I'm making something very simple that can be eaten as a side dish, which I'm doing tonight. It's a play on lasagna, but I'm doing it instead of noodles, I'm using zucchini. And so something great to have a carb-free dish, and it's not going to have as much cheese element to it as well. There is cheese in it, but it's just not going to be heavy and goopy like lasagna is. So what I did already, I made my sauce. So what I would suggest, I can share my homemade marinara as well, because if you buy the things in the grocery store, they tend to have a lot of sugar in them. So if you make it yourself, you can control that sugar component by not adding any. I actually use a little carrot in mine to add as a natural sweetener. So my zucchini actually came from the organic garden that I grow, and so you can see they're a little on the wider side. You can find those at farmers markets if you don't have your own garden, or you can just slice them regular store-bought zucchini. You can either do them round, or I like to slice them lengthwise. The way to do that, I highly recommend getting this nifty little tool called a mandolin. You can find them at Target, Amazon. I got mine at an Asian grocery store. They're about 12 bucks, and you can use about 7 different slicing and dicing methods with these. Fantastic, and that'll also ensure that all of your slicing is going to be even, which is a little tricky to do with a knife, and also if you were to do this with a knife, you could really cut yourself. So basically what we're going to start doing here, after, like I said, I already prepared my sauce, just like lasagna, you just want to put a little bit of your sauce on the bottom of your pan. I like using Le Creuset. It's ceramic, it heats very evenly, and it is a breeze to clean up. That doesn't really stick too much. So after I layer the bottom of the pan with some of the sauce, again, since we're not using noodles, you don't want to go heavy on the sauce and you don't want to go heavy on the cheese. And I'm just looking for they're pretty much even length that I'm using, and they fit right perfectly. And this is, since it's a side dish, it's not your full length lasagna pan. It's a little smaller. So I put my first layer of zucchini down there, and then for my cheese mixture, I use actually mostly shredded Parmesan, because if you use your regular ricotta, whatever it is that you normally put in your lasagna recipe, it's just gonna overpower the zucchini, and it's just going to turn into a goopy, cheesy mess. So primarily Parmesan, and again, remember, you just want to go light on that cheese. Sprinkle some of this in here. So I've mentioned before, I am a surfer, and I live in California, so typically eat on the healthier side of things. I do like a good lasagna every once in a while. But it's fun to try different recipes that aren't going to weigh you down, basically. So I'm putting the next layer of sauce. Again, I'm going very light on the sauce. And the next layer. And basically that's all it is. So you just continue to keep layering, and zucchini, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sauce, zucchini, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sauce, yada yada yada, all the way up until you're finished with your layers. And then I don't put any sauce on the top. I will just finish it with cheese. I've got my oven going at 375, and you're going to cover it first, and you're going to bake it for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then take off the foil and then let it bake just so the cheese on the top can get brown for an additional like 10 to 15 minutes. And what we are pairing this with tonight, I'm marinating an Italian rubbed pork tenderloin that I'm going to grill. And for a wine pairing, definitely want something on the lighter side, but something with a little bit of oomph that's going to be able to pair really well with the pork tenderloin. Even this would go very well with just the zucchini and a little bit of bread if you wanted that. I would suggest a Chianti Classico. And this traditional producer, Rocco di Montegrassi, one of the oldest producers in all of Chianti Classico. This is actually just recently begun importing in California. This is a all certified organic producer. It's actually vegan friendly as well. It's unfined, unfiltered. It's going to pair deliciously with this dinner. Thanks so much. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to comment below and enjoy.